Okay, great souls. Wonderful to practice as always. And we will get started here shortly with the focus today on opening to our intuition. And there's a lot that could be said about that, but I'll try to keep it brief. And this is from Yogananda's teachings. The seat of intuition is the sixth chakra and the heart chakra. And we want to tune into those both, but if we're struggling with something or we have a decision to make, what we don't want, we want to ask, but we don't want to ask in that agitated state. We want to be in a calmer state. So that's, of course, easier said than done when we're going through stuff and we are naturally frustrated or aggravated, or it's hard to, there's anxiety about the decision. So I'll be sharing as we go through the class, for one, how the practice is, of course, going to calm our nervous system in general. Pranayama will do that. And from that place, we can ask for guidance and listen to our intuition more clearly. And I'll be using a couple affirmations too to help us with aligning with this process. Okay. So we'll start. Make sure you have a strap. If people are joining and don't have a strap, a long sleeve shirt can work, or a TheraBand is awesome. And we'll get started with the breath. Okay, so sitting comfortably. Now, if you want a block or a bolster or a blanket to give you a little bit of elevation here, that's helpful. Rolling the shoulders back, rooting down through the sit bones, and just welcoming yourself here. In fact, what brought you to the mat today? Just start to tune in. What brought you here today? Close your eyes. Feel the rhythm of the breath. Sound, the oceanic sound. And we're going to start very simply lengthening, let's say to a 4 or 5 if you want to count, and then exhaling to a 5 or 6. I'm going to bring one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. You ask yourself, where do my hands want to be? To the thighs, belly, heart, both on the heart. I'm going to exhale through the mouth. Inhale, belly to heart. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently focus at the spiritual eye out in front of you. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Couple more rounds. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently focus. Keep the focus there at the spiritual eye, even as you feel the exhale from the chest to the belly. 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently tune in. Exhale, receive. 4, 5, 6. And then just bringing both hands in Eagle Heart Mudra now. Breathing into the floor, the ceiling, the side walls of the chest. And just know the peace is there as we start to tune in and go through our various layers, koshas, sheaths. We tune in to that natural peace that's here. So see if you can feel it now. But we're going to be inviting that in. And we're going to get the legs involved, extending the left leg. And I thought it would be good to take the fingers between the toes. So between the toes, very helpful. And just massage, like by having your fingers here, that will massage the space between the toes. We're just rotating our ankle about 4 or 5 times in one direction 4 or 5 times in the other. Just getting some awareness and the base of our foot. I've seen products to massage between the toes, but we certainly can use our body, our fingers to do that. Okay. All right. And then give ourselves a hug here, cradling, rocking. The spine will want to round, but try to lift through the chest. It's not a straight spine, but it's not an overly rounded spine either. Gently opening the hip. And then going into a Jani Shirshasana before we go the other side. So rooting down, peeling the left toes back. Inhale, heart, spiritual eye, crown, lengthen. If you want to add the strap now, place the strap around the ball of the foot. Extend with the elongated spine. And then start to walk, 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 walk. And then exhale, round. Inhale, belly, heart, crown, elongates toward the toes. Like opening the hamstring, opening the hip. Exhale, soften. And again, inhale, pulse it out. Exhale, now we stay in this forward fold several breaths. Just feel the belly expanding on the inhale, condensing on the exhale, softening. We're softening the upper body, but we, of course, are feeling the extension and the strength of that left hamstring. Gentle blood flow to the brain, bowing to the wisdom of our heart in every forward fold. Tuning into it, and the more we do that throughout the day, tuning into our heart, tuning into our spiritual eye, the more we'll connect to our seat of intuition. Inhale, lifting and stretching the arms up, twisting toward that right knee, float the arms out to the side, use your left hand toward the right knee and twist. Keep peeling the left toes back. Ease a little bit forward. Exhale, twist. Ease and twist. And coming back to center. Lifting our right knee up. Extending that right leg out. Shake it out a little bit. Body, thank you, legs, feet, walking, moving. And of course, bending our left knee and doing that. Bring our right hand, fingers between the left toes, and just rotate. So if you just feel yourself hanging out, watching a show, whatever, just do a little massage work a few times. It's going to help a lot. Of course, I'm not going to focus on it here, but you could do a deeper massage on the foot when you just kind of remind us to help ourselves out here in different ways for healing. Okay, and then the rocking. The spine's going to round a bit, but we lift through the heart as much as we can, and we rock from side to side. Very soothing, very nurturing, and effective left hip opening at the same time. And then we're going to bring our foot down into our Jani Shirshasana. I'm going to angle a little bit here. Rooting down, inhale. You can use the strap if you like. Heart awareness, spiritual eye, 6th chakra, crown, 7th chakra, lengthen up and straight spine forward. One more time, lengthen up, and then we soften and round. And even when we're maybe halfway down here, we lift the heart to head to the toes again. And then we just melt our upper body, but still keeping that tensile strength through the right hamstring. Bowing to the wisdom of our heart, the intuition of our heart, that we want to ask questions and when our heart is more calm. Start with if there's something simple you may be, wrestling with, and just kind of start to formulate that, getting used to asking your wisdom guidance, not just the ego self, to answer that question. We need both. We need action, will, and then that heart intuition, soul intuition. Inhale, lift the heart, extend toward the toes, stretch the arms up, twisting toward the left knee. And then the right hand on the left knee. Keep peeling the right toes back, twist. Look over the shoulder, and then ease back. Twist again. And ease. And one more time. Twisting the tensions out, the physical, the mental, the emotional tensions. And then we unfurl back. One of the affirmations from the teachings of Yogananda is placing, when we're asking for something, is to use our will at the spiritual I, and you say, I will reason, I will, I will act. But then we bring our hands to our heart, and then we say, but guide thou my reason, will, and activity to the right course, to the right thing. So the first is asking, I will reason, I will, I will act, but then moving into the heart center, breathing, but guide thou my reason, will, and activity to the best possible outcome, to the right thing. Guide me. One is asking, the other's asking for guidance. So both sixth and heart chakra. Okay. And now we're going to bring our knees in and shake our legs out. And we're going to do a neck shoulder release in a cat-cow variation, but have your strap handy because we go back to more of the upper body. So what this looks like is having your blanket underneath your knees or enough padding there to help you out. And it's the classic wrist underneath the shoulders, scooping out the low, mid, upper back, eye gaze up. Exhale, rounded spine. Ease back toward the heels. Now we're going to add on some more strength here. So fairly neutral spine. Walk the hands, one hand print forward. We're going to add 3 knee down push-ups for our upper body. So it's like this. We're going to exhale. Inhale back up. Exhale. Elbows in. Back up. Exhale. Halfway. And then ease back toward your heels in a prayer pose. Elongate and breathe. And we'll do that again. We're going to inhale, go forward. This time, if you can, do 4. We'll be happy with 3. But let's see what happens here. Exhale, half push up. Inhale up. Keep the core engaged. Everything's engaged. Exhale. Want both our strength and flexibility. And it's 3. If you can, go to 4. And then we take rest. We reach back Hip bones toward the heels. They don't have to touch. If you want to release some pressure off the wrist, lift onto the fingertips and the thumb. Feel that oceanic sound, bowing to the wisdom of the heart. Guide my reason, will, and activity to the right course. Okay. Now coming back to our cat to start out, we're going to extend that left leg out, reach through the heel. Okay, so you really feel that left calf. And then what we're going to do is walk the left hand in just a little bit. The right hand's going to come gently behind the head. We're going to open up. And then we're going to exhale, bring that elbow toward the other elbow. So this is the beginning of the shoulder opening series. Inhale, open up as much as you can. Do this 3 times. Exhale. And one more, pulse it up. And then exhale, fold in. Now to add on, if you want to add a balance here, you bring your right hand down, return to the side. We're still on the right knee. You lift the left arm up, and we see if, and move forward a little bit, going into the ocean. We're lifting the left leg and make small circles. Pilates circles. 3 times one direction, 3 times the opposite. It seems easy, but there's a lot going on there. Lower the left foot, lower the left arm, come back to cat, scoop out, exhale, round. Okay, of course, now we're going to stretch to that right leg and really into that right hamstring, right calf especially. You'll feel that. I certainly do. Okay, and then, okay, so we're pressing into that hamstring. We're bringing our left hand behind the head. Exhale, left elbow to the right. Inhale, pulse it up. Exhale. See how this feels on your body. Always adjust and make it work for you. Absolutely. Open up maybe a little bit more. And condense. Last one. Pulse it up. So we're working with opposites here too. Bilateral for the brain. Releasing tension, releasing trauma, and then we come back. We'll bring that left hand down. Keep the left knee bent. We just turn to the side here. Now you can keep the right leg down and reach the right arm up, or you could challenge by lifting the right leg up. Try to keep those shoulders aligned. If you fall, just bring your hand forward, okay? Of course, the body will naturally do that. Make small circles. It's good to look at a point in front of you because this is a balance. 3 times one direction, 3 times, like a small plate size. And then coming down. One side will be easier than the other. Let's take that in. Let's come back to cat. Scoop it out. Inhale. And then exhale, round. All right, body's ready for a full body stretch. So we're going to hover off those knees into down dog. Couple breaths here. Lift the hips up. And start to root down the heels as much as you can. Now just notice as we magnetize the heart toward the thighs. If you want to step, notice the difference. First, feel in your body here, the classic down dog. And just see if you want to step your hand a little bit closer towards you. And that will shift a little bit the feeling of the shoulders. Do you feel like it better, or with the more classic, the hands where they were? But we're affirming calmness radiates through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Like calmness in general, but especially when we want some assistance and guidance with whatever challenge may be going on. I don't know about you, but there seems to be always something going on that level. The growth. Okay, let's come into plank. And strong through both of the legs, and then bring one forearm down, then the opposite. Come forward and then reach through the heels. Tops of the knees touch. Unfurl the toes in our Sphinx. Legs are strong. Elbows are drawing toward the hips without moving the forearms. It's really engaging all the chakras in the upright position. Lotus flowers being watered and nurtured. We're going to completely relax for a moment, resting at the spiritual eye, getting used to just, Yogananda says that at every moment we can bring our energy here, and it could be a gentle energy and the heart to train ourselves into that right alignment and life outside the mat. Breathing in, full yogic breath. Breathing out. Softening. So we know the full yogic breath is belly, heart, crown expands on the inhale. Crown, heart, belly, feet on the exhale. Conscious rest. So important. And I know many years ago when the invitation to always stay at the spiritual eye is like, well, how I would reflect on my day and get very much into the activities of the day. And I can't say I was doing the best in the beginning, but it took some practice to just stay attuned into the daily actions, the daily activities, the people, the situations that come up. And in the workplace as well, and just it's a practice, so you just keep staying attuned and it gets better and better, like anything. Okay, hands underneath the shoulders, elbows by our side, legs strong. All right, we're going to rise up in our Cobra Bhujangasana, opening to greet this day and the opportunities that unfold. Inhale, it could be partial. It could be full, shoulders down, legs strong, lion's breath. Opening especially the throat chakra. Expression. Okay, and then coming back into a comfortable child's pose. If you want to do down dog, certainly go ahead, but just take that in either way. If you're in child's, that's the opposite of the cobra for the spine. Going in and then rippling up. Or straight spine up, but that's better for your body. Before we do our classic standing poses, I wanted to use the shoulder strap work. So sometimes this is better, you know, your body. So for some people, they'll want to sit cross-legged for this. For others, it might be a little bit easier. I'm going to fold the blanket up. Hold the strap on my side like this. So you could also sit on a block like this. So whatever's better for your knees, either the cross leg position or this position for our shoulder work. Okay. And we're going to take our strap. We're going to open up into that V pose. So you want enough tensile strength. We're getting the expansion, tailbone's drawing down. I'm just kind of arcing over to one side, looking up gently, really stretching through this right side and opening a lot of the lymph that runs through an entire body, but really getting those ribs open. Inhale back to center. Watch that low back, keep it drawing down, core engaged, even though we're really focusing on the shoulders here, arcing over, getting that wonderful stretch with the strap, looking up. Of course, feeling that left side expanding. Ribs. And back to center. Okay, now it's going to open up a little bit more, drawing the right upper arm by the ear. The left hand really slides down and reaches back behind you as the right arm extends. Now the key here is try to lower that right scapula down, trapezius down, as we're getting this tensile strength of opening and breathing. You're noticing what's happening. Can't help but notice what's happening in your body. As we inhale, we come back to the V. And the left upper inner arm by the ear, the right arm behind you. Reach up and get some slack on your strap, and enough tension when you're ready to hold and breathe, meaning sustain it. Sustain it, lower that left scapula, traps, but you're still active through that left arm. Settle, drawing the tailbone down and in. So we don't over arc on the lumbar. Opening our wings of joy, our scapula, our shoulders. Expand the wings of joy. Usually that affirmation is said and used in locust series, but we can use it anytime we're opening our shoulders, our wings of joy. Inhale, coming back to the V. Yes, kitty. If possible, reach behind you. Now, this can be a lot, so be careful. If it's too much, don't do it. Tailbone down and gentle twist, just a quarter maybe, over to the side. Or you could stay stable too. Inhale back to center. Expanding. And then over. The other side. And then back again. Now, this is quite a bit, so let's see what happens when we go into our Gomukh Asana, or attempt it. So the right arm up, I'm bending, I'll turn around. I'm bending my left elbow and climbing up the strap, then I'm bending my right elbow. Now, this is great to use the strap, or see if you can interlock the fingers with bringing the tip of that elbow down toward the earth and the other tip of the elbow up toward the sky. Noticing again, what brought you to the mat today? What are you hoping to receive? And then releasing. Okay, kitty. And then back up. And of course, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So a little, see how we are with using the strap. One tip of the elbow up, the other tip down. Maybe this side will touch, maybe it won't. There's different situations going on with each side. This side's a little tighter for me, so I'm going to use a strap. And I'm going to visualize myself at the ocean. Or some body of water that's fluid and flowing and adding, you could stay stable or add a little gentle rocking. See how that feels. Okay, unravel, unwind. Thank you, Wings of Joy, for expanding. We'll continue the expansion when we set our strap down, and then we're going to come into a forward fold. So we're just going to Uttasana here, come into a forward fold, feet hip width distance apart, massaging. Oh, you know what? You could even use the back of the strap if you wanted, and not at the occipital here. You could use the strap to just open, or you can use your hands to open a little bit more at the hollows here, the medulla oblongata, in yoga, this is the base of the ego. We don't want the energy to get jammed up here. We want it to draw to the spiritual eye. So we invite the I, the me, to draw into the thee, the expansive quality, the wisdom guidance. Whatever that is for you, just open to it with the, know that that's happening in every forward bend. You can strap or not. And then we're going to either straight spine up or rounded spine. I like to bend the knees at this age. For many of us, coming up with the straight spine is better. You know, osteopenia, osteoporosis, prevention. As we lengthen and grow, and the last, before we go into our vinyasa, go ahead and grab onto the traps here, the top of the scapula, like you're really using your heel of your hand, and you're pulling up. You're pulling up, but that right arm is coming down. You're squeezing. You're squeezing the tension out. And many of us have a lot of tension in our shoulders. Woo. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can make small circles or not. Try to be careful about this left scapula. And then let go. You'll probably feel the difference quite a bit now, and the difference on one side before we balance it out with the other. Okay. So again, just a squeeze on the traps, and then kind of like squeezing and lifting at the same time. Just like that. Self-massage. So we get to massage. This is what we can do. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Watch that right shoulder doesn't get too tense with this. Release all that built up tension. And then soften. Whoo, circle around. Thank you, body. Thank you, Wings of Joy. Want to make sure we bring our arms up toward our shoulders here and get a nice twist. And our hands on the scapula and circle around. Just bend and expand. 3 times in one direction, and then 3 times in the opposite. Okay, excellent. Hydrate here for a moment. And we'll get into, as promised, our strap vinyasa. Just putting our props to the side. Okay, Virabhadrasana 1 with the strap. First, let's just go ahead and have it here. Maybe bring some others, prayers of care, wishing them light, healing, whatever it is you'd like to just send energy to others. As we heal ourselves, we can expand this to others. Light permeating from the spiritual eye, the light of the sun, opening up and expanding out. We're going to step our right foot back. Now, low back issues, you may want to come off that heel and do this. It's a little easier on your low back as we pulse down. You decide what works for you, or the classic warrior 3. We expand with the strap. I think last week we did it with the weights. Enough wide opening so our shoulders are warmed up. Exhale, bring the strap behind you, if possible. Now you could still keep it overhead if that's too much behind you. In fact, I'll do it once overhead. I attune my will to the source of all power. See if it could go a little bit more or not. See how much more dynamic it is. I attune my will. Legs are strong, arms are strong, spine is strong, to the source of all power. Pulsing with the strap. Yes. Now inhale. Notice the difference when we come into warrior 2 with the strap. So take your time to pivot. So that left knee is over the second toe. We're still in a wide strap above. And then sliding even wider, dynamic energy, looking over your left fingertips. Affirming, if this works for you, or use your own affirmation, I joyfully manifest the power of the divine. And then if you wanted to open a little bit more, we'll bring our right hand by the right knee, the left arm up, and then back to warrior 2. Open those left toes, don't scrunch them. I joyfully manifest the power of the divine. Excellent. And then we come forward. Let the strap just rest around the shoulders here. Turn the back toes in. Square the hips. And we're going to do our pyramid with the strap. So a lot of the poses we do in yoga, but we're just adding the strap. So here we go. We're reaching behind us. I'm going to have to choke up a bit. Some people could grab their elbows. That's a lot. But let's try it with the strap first. Shoulder width. And left hip back. Right hip forward. Equal weight, ideally, even though the weight shifts forward. We keep awareness through that back heel. Bowing to the wisdom of our heart. Now, for me, I've got the shoulder opener. Now I want to just let go of the strap, let the hands come down, and that will allow me to fold in and tuck the chin in to the hollow, not jamming, but easily, and really feel that opening to the wisdom of the heart. I will reason, I will, I will act with the spiritual eye, but guide my wisdom, will, and activity to the right goal and action. The best thing. Okay, soften the left knee. Take that deep hip opener. Come down onto the top of the right knee and just hydrate back and forth. Want to do this daily for our hips. So body awareness and health and mental. Why I come to the mat every day, mentally, emotionally, get the right alignment, tuning into that spiritual central channel of the spine where things are neutralized. We're not in this duality swings quite as much. Okay, let's flow. And before we go to the other side, so our classic vinyasa, we're going to step that left foot back, create a strong line of energy and plank. 3 breaths here. You can either do classic chaturanga or like we did earlier, knees, chest, Chin chaturanga. Unfurl the legs and toes. Rise up into your version of cobra. Inhale. Open to the opportunities of this day. Lion's breath. 2 or 3 times. And then we take it back to prep for down dog in our cat. Hover the knees off the ground. That engages the core more. And it helps us in our transition as we peel back. I'm going to tread it out here. Notice if you want to bring one hand back a little bit or not, and just see how that feels on your body. Opening to calmness and peace radiate through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Okay, and from here, we're going to just go ahead and shift to the other side by stepping first 1 foot forward. Let's just come back to our forward fold, resting into the palms and the hollows of the elbows, or you want to massage the back of the neck, casting aside unnecessary mental burdens. Release them out. So that we can then, once they're released, absorb more divine love, wisdom, and strength. Definitely a detox and purifying every time we practice as well. Getting the gunk out, getting the good stuff in, chair pose, and then rising up, and let's sweep it back one more time. Legs strong, arms by our side. Sure your toes aren't holding it. Inhale, and then rising up to our mountain, feeling the space all around us, as well as within us. Notice where the hands want to be again. Classic, by our side. Any other formation. See what feels best. Saluting. It's not a sun salute, it's saluting to that light within, spiritual eye, and that sun that's shining on all of us isn't discriminating who gets the light. We're absorbing and receiving it. And we can also send it to others. Sometimes I like to use a heart symbol as I'm sending it, visualizing others. I'd like to send love energy to, light energy to. Okay. All right. We're opening to that higher consciousness within ourselves and radiating that perhaps to others as well, to their higher consciousness. We're all on this evolutionary situation here on Earth. We're going to step up, we're going to take our strap and we're going to step our left foot back. So we're going to do that same series, which we do, but then feel the difference with the strap as opposed to the weights or the classic. So we're drawing our right hip back, left hip forward. Again, if there's low back issues, it's a little trickier on the balance to come off that back heel, but when we pulse, it's a little easier on your low back. Then it's a slight rounding when we do Warrior One here. Virabhadrasana 1, here we go. Get rooted down. Exhale, it's pretty wide. Now we'll do the first one with the arm still up. I attune my will to the source of all power. I'm going to see when we pulse up and then reach back. I attune my will The source of all power. See what happens. Arms up. Say it inwardly or outwardly. I attune my will to the source of all power. Now we come up and we take it into Virabhadrasana 2. I'm going to turn around so my back isn't towards you, but you're going to adjust with that right knee over the second toe. So I'll go like this. Okay. Get into our warrior poses, strength training poses. That warrior of the heart. As we exhale, look over the right fingertips. I joyfully manifest the power of the divine. Meant to be strong. See if you want to open the side body more, like we did somewhat earlier, that left hand back by the knee, or shoulder work. We're still getting that shoulder work as we come into our classic Virabhadrasana 2. I joyfully manifest the power of the divine. Or any affirmation you're working on personally. One more time. Opening up. Okay. And getting ready for our pyramid now. So stepping that back foot in. Facing the side. So our right hip back, our left hip forward. We're going to use the strap in our pyramid. So we'll take it behind us. Expand the heart. And then come in halfway. Bowing to the wisdom of the heart. And then at this point, this is where we put the strap down, let the hands touch down. We're going to really draw in. Tucking the chin. The spiritual I will reason, I will, I will act. But then the heart center, but guide thou my wisdom, will, and activity to the best outcome possible for all concerned. Not only for you, but when we do the right thing, it benefits others as well. Although we know that could be a little tricky, it may not seem like it at the time. Oh boy, okay, softening and stepping our left foot back. But we know in that right guidance and that calm heart, it's a better choice than just our ego will. So easing side to side, opening the hips, luxuriating. If you want to bring that right arm in, you're certainly welcome to. Body as we move into our flow. So I'll turn around. Okay, and then we're going to come off that back left knee. We're going to step it back to plank. 3 breaths here. Reaching through the heels. And then maybe classic chaturanga, maybe not. Coming down, unfurling, rising up. Okay, and then returning to our rounded cat, opposite stretch. And then let's just all take rest here in prayer pose, knees wide, arms reach out. Just tune in to the sound of the breath. And then coming back up. So one more standing pose series with the strap. So we'll turn the toes under and come back into our forward fold. Uttanasana. This time, if you can, bring the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet or resting at the elbows. Letting mental burdens, continuing to let go, serenity prayer, what we can't control, control what we can, the wisdom to know the difference. So we can open up to that divine love, wisdom, and greater capacity. Reaching back, sweeping up. What do we want to slice out? What do we want to draw in? Love, wisdom, peace, fine qualities as we expand up and feel the space around us and within us. Feel the effects of that series with the strap, the warrior poses. You can bring thumb, index fingers here together. Notice where your hands want to be. Remember those prayers, bringing to mind anyone you'd like to send light, love, peace, whatever quality you want to send them, visualize them, and then expand that ray. And we're all energy at our core. We're sending it out. Beautiful. This is what we can do. And it feels so overwhelming with the situations and people's problems, etc. Send that healing light and energy. And action as well. It starts here with intention. And let's take it into our triangle with the strap. I'm going to grab another water sip here, hydrate. Okay, hope you're liking the strap. We'll see. It's a lot about the shoulders. You can use a block, of course. You could at any point not use the strap. You know that. We're going to go wide in our triangle. And we may or may not take this into our balanced half moon. We'll see. Okay, so here we are. Pretty wide strap. And we're going to reach over into Trikonasana. So the legs are strong. We're sliding our hand down lightly. But this strap really helps, I'll say probably every cue, keep the shoulders aligned. And this really helps, head to tail connected. And we're going to affirm energy and joy fill my body cells. Energy and joy fill my body cells. Looking out in front of you. Now you can either stay here in your Trikonasana. This is a little dicey to go into our half moon, but let's just see if we can. Now that we can use our hand down and then step in. It's a little tricky to get that strap taut, but it is possible to lift up into our half moon. The strap may or may not help you here. We always want at least one balanced pose a day. And it could be simple. This one's very complex. We step it back. And we rise up with that bent knee though. Bent knee rise. Expand a star. And then still using the strap, you can see how many ways we could use it into our classic Prasarita Padottanasana. Again, enough tensile strength as we hinge forward. And we can interlock usually or hands on hips, but now we're just using the strap. Myself a little more space as we come into our forward fold. Strap lifts up, our hands reach up, exhale, crown toward the earth. Just a couple pulses here. Extend and ease. This next one, we soften the knees, we unfurl, coming forward with a straight spine. Woo! And we do our triangle, Trikonasana to the other side. So left foot in, right toes out. And usually do the flowing, we could do that without using a strap. We could just open up our shoulders. So nice to get the flow as well as the strength, right? And then we extend. Okay. Expanding into Trikonasana, reaching over. You really slide and keeps the shoulders aligned, head to tail connected, affirming energy and joy. Fill my body cells. Energy and joy. Fill my body cells. Okay. Softening the knees, seeing if we want to take it into our half moon. We could use a strap or not. We continue to use it. I'm going to just place my hand on the strap and then find out when I bring that foot in here, what I need to do to slide that strap. I expand fully into this moment. You've heard it over and over again, moment to moment awareness. I expand fully into this moment. And then soften the knee. And we're going to rise up. Pulse it up. Open to the side. And then one more time. But this time we're going to go into star, but then release the strap. Still working on the shoulders a lot. Dental floss for the shoulders. We're going to come forward. Their leg extended. And turn the right fingertips to face the left hand. The whole torso twists. As that left palm is facing away from us at first. As we exhale, the left palm faces toward us. The right elbow bends. The upper body comes inward. Legs stay the same. We get underneath the scapula, our wings of joy on that left side. As we extend open and then fold in. Extend open and fold in. And this time the left hand comes down, faces the right hand, the whole torso twists, and then that arm floats up to follow, right palm away. Exhale, right palm turns in, left elbow bends, upper body folds in, legs stay strong. Find your pace. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. Head to tail connected, and when we're extending, and then we fold in with that right palm, left elbow bends, and extend. Slowly lower down. Fingertips face forward. Turn the toes in, heels out, bend the elbows, crown of the head toward the earth. Gently shake it out or stay stable. Again and again, just cleansing it out, detoxing. And then what are we bringing in? We elongate. Bring the heels in, toes out. Squat, goddess pose. Pulse it here. Look over the right shoulder, extend the left arm, twist. Feel the digestive organs really working here. And then back to center, pulse. It's a reflection time, this fall equinox, right? Looking over, the left shoulder, extending the right arm. So hopefully for many of us, the yoga practice, again, many reasons why we come to the mat, to bring us into balance. And we want several things. We want to always have this kind of knowing what's going to bring us back to balance when we get out of balance, right? So yoga, whatever, gardening, whatever, painting, creative craft, whatever it is for you. Tapping, spiritual eye, tapping the crown, toes turn in a little bit. I will reason, I will act. Let them hands to the heart. But guide thou my wisdom, will, and activity to the highest goal possible. We're more quiet in our Shavasana. We may ask that, what that intuition would be, and then we ask and then we listen. We step into our mountain pose, taking in the effect of the standing poses, strength poses. Feel that central channel radiating with internal strength. Okay, let's come down to the earth and have a block if you have one. Let's see what time we have. All right. Now we start a few minutes late, but let's go into the fish pose. So first let's come down onto the floor and release our back. Melting down. Hugging our knees in. Give ourselves a lot of grace for showing up today and whatever our body's able to do. Hands on the knees, circling around. Okay. So at your own home pace and practice, I wanted to bring in that strap with the legs to the side, but we're not going to have time. So we're going to go into fish first. First regular fish, then I'm going to show you how to use it with the block. So bringing the forearms underneath you, palms down, legs extended out. Press through the forearms, inhale, come on. The back of the head gently touches about 20%. You're not jamming the back of your head down, but it is touching. Really feel that shoulder and heart opener, throat opener, incredible opening here as we breathe. Just feel the soul opening. The soul's always here, but we're opening to its wisdom. And then we're pressing through the forearms and easing down. And I'll use the affirmation here in this one. If you want to use the block, it may not or may not work for you. I'm going to put it at the back of the heart there. Okay. We're going to let that block touch the back of the heart, and then the elbows are bent and the head is still touching gently. So this, again, may or may not work for you. You may want to go back to the regular version. But my soul floats on waves of cosmic light. That's the official affirmation in the Ananda series. My soul floats on waves of cosmic light. And then pressing through the forearms, taking the block out, melting down. Releasing the knees to the chest. Again, hugging in. And real simple windshield wiper with the knees over to the right. Press through the right elbow. Draw that left shoulder down. And then our wonderful sweeping brush stroke with the arm as we affirm divine life flows in me and all around me as the head eases from side to side if your neck's okay. 2 or 3 times. Just cooling down as the knees lift up again. Maybe make a circle, maybe not, or a half circle. With the knees over to the left. Press through that left elbow, root the right shoulder down. You could stay here, or you can add that sweep. Divine life is within me and all around me. Divine life is within me and all around me. And engage the core, coming back. I like to shake it out with the legs, with the arms, at least once a day shaking, at least once a day rocking, opening up the joints. It's a lot where the problems happen, so we want to keep the joints as fluid as possible. All right, and then sensing and feeling what would feel best for Shavasana today for your body. Okay, so is that a bolster on the back? Is it legs up the wall? Is it legs over the couch? And just really quickly as you're getting set up, for people that may be tuning into this and don't know what I'm talking about, we didn't have time for I'm going super quick, legs to the side, we would stay there much longer, we would stay here much longer. That's how you would use a strap with a deeper hip opening, but I'll make a mental note, I'll make a written note and put that in next week. Okay. It's that time. Okay. All right, let's make sure we get cozy, we get comfortable. Breathing in, breathing out. All right. If it's helpful for you to do that double breath, inhale, short, long, and tense the body, vibrate with energy, tense, tense, tense. And then exhale, soften. Melting, melting, melting. Easing the head from side to side gently. Opening through, we're going to go top down, opening through the crown. Feel that light force. Every I'd like to practice, it's recommended at night. We just kind of reflect, or during the day as we're doing now. How did I expand? Did I contract into the various situations of the day? Just reflecting on how our energy has been. Nothing wrong with contracting, that's needed at times, but then can we open up again? Can we open to the light, wisdom, the joy, the higher qualities? Softening the eyes, sockets left and right, the forehead, upper and lower jaw. Notice sensation inside the mouth, the tongue, the teeth, the gums. And feel those shoulders. We did a lot of shoulder work today. Feel them easing away from the ears. And feel that volume of space radiating down the arms, the elbows, the wrists. Sensation in the palms of the hands and digits of the fingers. And then tuning into the heart center, the floor, the ceiling, the side walls of the chest. And then if this speaks to you, draw in something you may be challenged with, a decision you have to make that you may want to ask for guidance. And you can actually say, show me the solution to this challenge. So bring in whatever you'd like some intuition and guidance for. Have your third eye open. So you can listen to something that comes through. Usually you'll get a feeling of more of a yes than a no internally in the body. It's very tricky when we have a 50-50 because that's harder, but keep asking. Show me the solution. If there happens to be static or fear in your heart or anxiety, this is a recommendation of Yogananda, placing your hand on your heart and going left to right and helping to eliminate this fear from my heart radio. Help me to tune it out and expand into thee, that you're not alone in this. You're not alone in this. So we want to work if there's fear and anxiety blocking us, and let that state it and ask for guidance. The Mother, Father, whoever you pray to, deity, help me release this fear from my heart. Ultimately, as a spiritual being, I am free. I'm breathing into the belly, the ribs, the back body. If you're lying on your back, let that get heavy. Feel the cheeks left and right, the volume of space in the legs left and right. Thighs, knees, calves, all the way through the soles of the feet, digits of the toes, open and aware. And one more time with the reflection and the affirmation of energy at the spiritual eye, point between the eyebrows. I will reason, I will, I will act. And either the hand on the heart or awareness of the heart. Guide thou my wisdom, will, and activity to that right action, to the best choice. Guide my reason, will, and activity to the best choice possible. Resting in pure awareness. So witnessing awareness is connecting with that part of you that is capable of witnessing your experiences, the observer. A pure awareness is knowing that their awareness is always at peace and ease, no matter what is happening in the circumstances of life. We can return to that. I feel my innate sense of well-being. Okay, and if it's time to return to movement, you're welcome to. If you're enjoying the restoration, certainly stay in that. And if you are returning to movement, do so in a way that's comfortable, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, resting on your side, giving yourself a lot of credit for showing up today. And then if you haven't said two kind things about yourself, reflect on that. What would you, I am, and you fill in the two qualities that are true. As we bring that compassion to ourselves on the inhale and compassion to the others on the exhale. We'll visualize as we're seated or lying down. We're going to send that healing energy. We are energy. We can send this energy certainly to others by visualizing them again at the spiritual eye. That's our broadcasting center. The heart is a receiving center. Again, this is from Yogananda's teachings. You see if that resonates with you. We're going to bring our hands and generate some heat. Visualize others you'd like to send this healing energy to as we inhale the 3-syllable Om sound. And bringing our hands together and namaste, acknowledging that divine self within and recognizing that in others as we bow to the wisdom of our heart, letting it lead the way, using the affirmations as that speaks to you, both the sixth and the heart chakra, opening into our more guidance and intuition. And this is a good place to be throughout all the activities, and training ourselves to tune in here is incredibly important and helpful. So those who want to stay on to check in, you're certainly welcome to do that. I'm going to stop the recording.